Alright, let's begin. So to build a home page, we will first want to go Elementor full width canvas and just update that. That will fix that there. And there's another setting that we'll need to go back to dashboard to untick, but for now we'll just go ahead. So you're now in Elementor, and if you click on this, you've got a series of columns you can build. And I know this might be a little bit intimidating for inexperienced designers or non-web developers, but what I'm going to do is show you a much easier way in a moment. But if you click on the widgets or the elements section, you can start dragging in your text, your title, your images, and here we can put some text in here. And as you can see, we can start building a website purely from scratch using Elementor's free widgets here. Elementor does have a pro, but we've got plenty of widgets to work with here in the meantime. And it might be your website might include a client testimonial. Drag that there, and as you can get the idea, you can sort of spend time in here and start building your own website from scratch. But I'm going to show you an alternative. We close out of that and click on add templates. Elementor has already pre-made websites using templates, so if it says pro, we can't use it. But if we have a look at this example here, say you want to build a business website, we can click on this and let this load, and we can even preview the website. But we're going to go ahead and click insert, and as you can see, Elementor has just made our own web page within seconds, just like that. And now we can actually come in and start changing all the information. We come here and we can start formatting the text. Elementor has a consistent control panel, so no matter where you are, it will always be on the left. We've got content, which is where we can edit text, images, styles, where we can change the color, font, the alignment. That enables us to control what's in the background, if there's going to be any animations, how things are laid out or positioned using the margins or the padding. For example, say you want this button, say we want that to have a much higher padding from the top. As you can see, the world's your oyster here with Elementor. It's very user friendly and it's very easy to adapt. We come back to here, we want to change, say, the font to, again, you can go on Google Fonts to have a look at the fonts they have, but I'll just click Helvetica for the moment and I'll change it to capitalize, and we can increase the size, we can increase the font weight, and change the color for a blue, and you get the general idea. So the control panel setup is consistent all the way through Elementor. But another thing to consider is that a lot of these templates might have sections on the website that you don't actually need, and that's what really a website is made out of, sections. If you've got at least 5 sections, you've pretty much got a nice website page. And if you want to just control building a section, Elementor does have templates that are purely sections. They're called blocks. If we click on blocks, as you can see here, we have a few options tailored to specific pages. So you have a section. Let's have a look at the hero, and let's have a look. So let's say we want to go with a hero image like this one here. We'll click on that one, click insert, and as you can see, we've got our new hero image. And of course, we put the hero image at the wrong part of the website because the hero is usually at the top. So what we'll do is we can click on and hold edit section and just drag it up. Elementor is very intuitive. It's easy to understand what you're doing. Bring it to the top, and this blue section here is telling us that we're going to drop it in here, and there you go. So now we have our hero. We'll update that and I'll give it a quick preview. And as you can see here, I'm going to show you how to fix that in a moment. So you can see here we've just created our professional website in just a few clicks, so it only gets better from here. If we click on edit page, right click, open new tab, we're just going to adjust some settings to get rid of that because that's the old WordPress way. Pretty much everything is built now solely on Elementor in this case, with the exception of the menu. You can build a menu in Elementor, but I think you need the Elementor Pro for that. Come down here to the header and just click disable, or come down to the footer, disable that now. We'll turn off the breadcrumbs because we don't need that, and we'll get rid of the title. Update that. Once that's updated, come back here, we'll just refresh the page, and there you go. Footer and the header and everything is gone. But if we come back here and go back to the header, we'll bring the header back on, and there we go, there's our menu. So be sure to leave the header on because we need the menu right now. And as you can see, that this is the transparency effect coming into play. But if we come back here and we go click on, say, the section here, and we go to style, and that, as you can see, there's nothing in the background right now. So what I'm going to suggest is that we go to this website called pixabay.com, and I'll just type in landscapes. Pixabay.com is excellent because you can get lots of royalty-free images for free. And let's have a look at what they've got. Go with this one, and it's free for commercial use, no attribution required. So we'll download that, and once you've downloaded it, you can just open it up in your downloads folder. And once you've done that, I'm going to head back to Elementor, click on the background and click select files. We're going to upload that image that we just downloaded into Elementor, import that, and there you go. Now we've got a nice background, and we can adjust the settings here. If we go default top left, we can actually focus on a point the image. Center is usually the way to go, but you can go center right. This image doesn't appear to be big enough, and we can change the way. If we want it to just scroll down as we scroll, we can go for that, but you guys might have an effect where it's fixed, where if we scroll, the image stays static in the background and everything else just moves around it. It does create a nice effect, and we don't want this to go and repeat because typically large hero images don't repeat. And we've got a few options here. If the image is big enough, you might just want it to automatically fill up the entire screen regardless of the monitor size. Cover, which forces the whole image to fit in the section or contain, whereas it retains the original size, but you probably don't want that, so we're just going to go with cover, and that should be fine. We'll come back and we'll just click update, and if we go back, this will update automatically, and there you go. And now you can see our transparent menu with the black transparent effect that I was talking about earlier in the video. And there you have it. That's we've just managed to create a professional looking website in just a matter of minutes with pre-built templates and just using some royalty free stock. And now we can just go in and change the text, change the buttons. Yeah, this is coming along together quite nicely.